Thanks for jumping on this testimonial with me. So Jeff was my first financial advisor client. And Jeff, how long have we been working together now?
For a little over a year, I believe. Yeah, I believe it's been just about a little over a year.
Yeah. And Jeff and I started talking on LinkedIn, right? Later on in this video, Jeff will talk about a content formula. If you want to know more about this, I have a free 7-day content course for those of you just getting
I
started.
believe
The
that's
link
where we
will be
met. Yes,
below.
that is correct. Right.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about how we started talking and what made you want to work with me in the first place. What was some of the pain that you were experiencing, and why did you think that I was the person who was going to be able to help you overcome those things?
Well, I recognize that LinkedIn was a platform that I wanted to be a little bit more present on. And being new in the industry and fairly new in that realm of LinkedIn, I didn't really know where to go or how to establish it. The purposes of what I'd used LinkedIn before was quite different because of the field I was in. So as
Mm-hmm.
I transitioned into the financial services industry, I could see that it was extremely helpful for some people before me, just by being exposed to seeing what others had done with it. I really didn't know where to go, how to get started, and I somehow came across your profile. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but nonetheless, once we began to engage, there were a lot of coincidences in terms of some of the things that we were interested in, and some of the things you told me caught my interest just in terms of starting out from the beginning of where I might be able to build a brand and grow, through the use of LinkedIn. So I reached out and we communicated.
Yeah, I actually remember the first time that we talked. I think I was in Utah visiting some friends, and we jumped on a call, and it was you and one of your colleagues as well. And we just talked about marketing, LinkedIn, all that sort of stuff. Because we met because you thought that I lived in Las Vegas still, because I lived in Las Vegas for 6 months last year with my mom. But tell me a little bit about your target audience and the way that you've been using LinkedIn to communicate with them.
Well, so right now, being new in the industry, what I have is my target audience maybe different than what I think it to be, because as I've used LinkedIn, people that I'm reaching out to are quite different than what I originally began to target. And so, ergo, learning how to use the platform in a way that's going to be beneficial to getting my name out there and getting exposure and at least having some conversations with people is getting my foot in the door more so than anything. And so, I think that just with your guidance of being able to put together posts that might be able to catch some interest and what have you, seems to have helped at least with generating some more conversations with the crowd out there.
That's awesome. And your posts have been getting better and better. I'm always so impressed with you and your dedication. And you always come back and you're really receptive to feedback. And I've enjoyed our coaching sessions together. And I wanted to take it to, so what are some of the things that you're still struggling with? And what are some of the things that I'm helping you with at the moment to overcome those?
So for me, it's just consistency of trying to get a consistent message out there, and doing it in a style that it will catch the interest of others. And so you've helped me in a dramatic way by just working with one-on-one sessions with helping me write posts and modify posts and come up with ideas and things that might capture the interest of people. You've also shared with me a formula on how to catch the interest of people that are out there. Without that guidance, I don't think I would have been able to get this far. So most certainly there definitely has been interest as we've gone. So I do hope that with continued help that I'll continue to get more consistent as time passes.
Yeah, for sure. And you have that backlog of posts now as well. So we will get there, and you've got that whole month of content that you can just put out 3 posts a week and not have to worry about falling behind a little bit if things get too busy at the end of the month or so. But
Most
the
certainly.
last question that I have for you is, if someone who is in their first 4 years of being a financial advisor, so that new stage, came to you and told you that they were looking for social media, what would you tell them to do? Why potentially would you refer them to me?
Well, consistency is key, most definitely, and also understanding that it does take time to get to continue to grow as time passes. I think that with your help, I wouldn't have gotten this far if I was floundering on my own. I just don't see that I would have been able to make the kind of progress that I've made so far. But certainly, it's a tough industry. It's one that does require consistency and also adapting to what works and what doesn't work and trial and error. And I think that with regard to the help that you've given me, I don't think I would have been able to get that far. So I definitely would refer you to others in terms of helping them as well.
Thank you, Jeff. If you are a high earner in Las Vegas making over 1K a year, make sure you follow Jeff, reach out to him, or if you know anyone like that, he's amazing, he's consistent, and he will help you get to your retirement goals and have long term stability. Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, thank you, Laura. I really appreciate it.